All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We're gonna get right into this video. Of course, this video is about the Artemis NASA live feed. Without further ado, let's play the video.
Holy fuck, chat. Here's a compilation of all of the inconsistencies with Artemis 2. Watch this.
Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
And in just a moment here, you're going to see stars appear everywhere. Just like that. See all those stars?
Go to continue in the umbilical procedure.
What's going on? What are all these stars? They just appeared. They weren't there a second ago. Watch, it's going to get darker here in just a second. Watch, see, it's going to get darker. This is inside the spacecraft. Look at this. That's inside the spacecraft. This is the official NASA YouTube channel. Started 7 days ago. 49,000 people are watching this right now.
Three strange things happen to the silver food packaging. Number one, you can see through the silver packaging. Here again, zoomed in and slowed down, and now in normal speed. Number two, the red dot on the silver packaging. It's only visible on this side after that spin. So here again, here after the next full rotation. But after the last rotation, the red dot is simply gone. In 3, 2, 1, gone. The red spot should be visible right there, like in the reference picture taken from the silver packaging. Are those letters visible? And after that silver packaging is descending, the red spot just disappears in one frame. As you can see, while I'm going one frame forward and backward. Number three, it looks like the silver packaging is going through his skin. Here a close up, you would expect at the minimum a bounce up, but it just goes through. Just focus on the edge of the packaging and you can see the mixed up pixels right there.
What?
Now, I do know that these NASA I do know that NASA does mean deceiver in Hebrew, and also the fact that the moon landing was, a Hollywood stunt, right? I believe there was a movie that just came out about that not too long ago, right? So I do know that, Esau loves to lie about his venturing to space and to all these other planets, right? However, I'm super shocked by how sloppy Esau was with this live stream. I've never seen them be this sloppy before when it came to these space live streams. I mean, you have the Earth being clipped into, right? This looks bad. The random stars that appear in the spaceship, right? Kind of like how they have it preset there. And then you got a red dot that, disappears, and then it even clips into this guy's skin. So Esau's lies are being caught, and now Esau's lies are honestly quite undeniable. For I would really wonder how the comment section, if there is a comment section allowed, is even saying about this video. Because this was very sloppy. This is a very sloppy live stream. it's as if they hardly try to cover it up, right? And of course, we're going to get into more examples. We'll do that real quick.
Say when sharing a personal experience,
There we go.
especially with one does not say when sharing a personal experience, especially with a physics and an electrical engineering degree, top of the class. However, one does say when your earpiece communication cuts out or you forget your script.
When we saw Tiny Earth, people asked our crew what impressions we had. And honestly, what struck me wasn't necessarily just Earth, it was all the blackness around it. Earth was just this lifeboat hanging undisturbingly in the universe. Uh-oh. So I may have not learned, I know I haven't learned everything that this journey has yet to teach me. But there's one new thing I know, and that is planet Earth, you are a crew. Yeah. Thank you.
2026. Not only DEI astronauts, but DEI fake astronauts.
So, now we know that these so-called astronauts are sworn under, I believe, a secret oath that they cannot tell what really actually happened or has happened. But one thing I will say is we don't know why she said uh-oh, right? But regardless, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get some scriptures out. It says in Daniel chapter 8 verse 25, and through his policy also he shall cause deceit to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by using peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without raising a hand. Right. So, as you can see, Esau has caused much deceit through his policy, right? Even when you want to find out the truth, right? Esau has all these gates, and he's constantly gatekeeping information, right? So if you want to, for instance, let's say you want to wonder what Esau's doing in Area 51. Esau has that covered up. Now, of course, what they have over there is only demonic things they got going over there, right? But it's even more things, right? Or the fact that, you know, if you're trying to grow your own food, it becomes a hassle in Esau society, right? Or if you're trying to find some information, a lot of times the information will be scraped off very swiftly when it comes to Esau Edom. That's why with the jab, right? Eventually, after a little while, the only way you were able to find the truth about the jab wasn't from YouTube or Google. It was from alternate sources like YouTube. So it was like Odyssey, right? BeatShoot. You had to go through to alternate sources to find out more about the jab, because they're scraping off information about the jab in real time on YouTube, to the point you could even say the real term for the jab, right? You couldn't even say the name of the disease, right? And with this, you know, Esau is causing deceit with these NASA live streams, because a lot of these NASA live streams just isn't real. It's really just a set. And Esau has, really, it's Yahweh that is outing out Esau for the liar he is, right? For he is the father. For it says right here, John chapter 8 verse 44. Let's just bring it out. You are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right. And that's the thing. Esau, right, takes after the liar. Esau takes after the devil. Right? Esau is a counterpart of the devil. So Esau speaketh a lie, and there is no truth in it. Esau will tell you these grand speeches, these long speeches, and there's not a single true thing in it. Right? Over these past few weeks, we've had Trump constantly lying over and over and over again about what he's been doing to Iran, about him winning, right? And it's just all a lie. And people are catching on, right? People are knowing that these Edomites in power, Esau Edom, is a lying ruler, and he is not fit because there is no truth in him, right? So let's get out this scripture over here, and we'll end it off here. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 NIV version. In order that Satan might not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes, right? So something like this NASA is a scheme. You know, these NASA live streams are a scheme. These propaganda things Esau be putting out as a scheme, right? And the biggest thing of all, the media. So Esau has a lot of schemes up his hand, but this is not meant to outwit us, because we're not unaware of his schemes. We know Esau's a liar. We know Esau's obviously gonna lie about his national live streams. We know Esau's gonna lie about what's going on in the war, right? We know Esau's gonna constantly lie about what he says in the media, right, on the news. We know he's a liar. That's why whenever we hear Esau say something, we always actually triple check, usually, to see if that's true or if that's a lie, because Esau is a natural born liar, right? After all, he does take after the devil, Satan. So I just want to say I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope this lesson was edifying to you, the elect and the hopeful elect. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.